All right, for those of us playing along at home, first off, sorry you're not at school, but thank you for staying home if you're sick. It's the 22nd, right? I know we got people absent today, so I'm trying to make sure that we record. What you've missed so far and why the video is going to be so short is we have been working on these equations because teamwork makes the dream work. Your team was working on two different equations, but you weren't the only ones, right? There were other teams working on the same equations too. So would somebody who worked on A tell me what you guys did first? Someone who worked on A. Alex or Ahmad, you guys got to decide who.
Yeah, just x minus x equals 0.
So, take this.
No, wait, wrong equation.
A.
No, this is A, yeah. 3x plus x is 4x.
So the first thing we did,
4x minus
like terms. Hey guys, even if you didn't do this equation, it would be a really good idea for you to write this work down while we go, because solving equations is what we're practicing. So you guys didn't do anything on the left side. And you said these x's combined will be 4x. 4x minus 5 equals 4x minus 5? Sounds like a middle school teacher just repeating itself. Sounds like a middle school teacher just repeating itself. What? Somebody else who worked on A.
Basically, yeah, we got the same thing because look, we added 5 on both sides.
We added 5 on both sides, and then you get what? 4x equals 4x. Now our goal is get to 1x. How could I turn 4x into 1x? I forget how many groups. Yeah, you guys worked on A too. I can kind of see through your card.
Yeah.
Beatrix?
Yeah, then we just subtracted 3x to get
Ooh.
x equals
So this is one rare case where you could actually subtract x's. However, we want to train ourselves. Normally in this case, we can't subtract, we can divide. But you're right, in this case, we actually could have, since we had x's on both sides. If we divide by 4, we get x equals x. Does x equal x, Alex? So what does this really tell us? If x equals x, what's our answer?
0? It can be anything.
Does 3 equal 3? Does 5 equal 5? Does negative 7 equal negative 7? Say it louder.
It can be anything.
So mathematically, we write all real numbers. Which, if you want to know, or really any real number, the fancy symbol for this, I'm not making this up, is that.
It's kind of cute.
That's like the fancy symbol. You double up the vertical of the R. But ARN is really like, it tells us any real number. All right, cool. Guys, so for whoever said so 0 could be an answer here, but it's not the only one, right? Any number.
4,000.
Yeah, 4,000, right? Someone who worked on B. Someone who worked on B, help me out. Someone who worked on B. You guys got to decide who. Laurel or Claire, you guys decide.
Basically, on the left, it did the x minus x and the minus 4x to get.
Okay, what is
5x.
that? Negative 5x. Okay.
So that was.
And still the minus 7. Okay. I only ever do one thing at a time. So yes, there's a lot of writing the same thing over again. That's okay. Also, a lot of us need to work on our handwriting after we took 2 years on computers pretty much only. All right. Somebody else who worked on B? Or we can throw it back. Oh, okay, Laurel, fine.
And then,
I know, we'll come over here. There's more than one more step to go.
and then we added 2x to both sides.
Then they added 2x, which I love because it's the smaller x value.
And then you get negative 3x.
Yeah, guys, be real careful.
Minus 7.
This turns into negative 3x
Equals
minus 7 equals 5. Now, Will, you might not have taken this way directly, but what would you do next? Absolutely. This is now the x side. X has claimed this as their base. So get that 7 out of here. it's a negative 7, so we add negative 3x equals 12. Somebody else who worked on B? Gus?
From here, I divided them by 3.
Divided by what?
3.
Divided by what?
3.
Divided by what?
4.
I'm not that hard of hearing. Yes, I have some hearing damage. You divided by what?
3.
What number are you trying to get rid of? Negative 3. Yeah, guys, I know. I'm the youngest in my family. I know we've covered this. I'm annoying. If I keep saying what, like, think about changing what you're saying. I'm not just like.
Sometimes you just say what, just to say like try to get the entire class to move. Sometimes they can't tell.
Well, but then more people kept focusing, right? But like every time I made Gus repeat himself, as Gus like got frustrated but kept a smile on his face. I appreciate that, Gus. So careful. We're dividing with a negative. Now, what happens when I flip the equal sign around? It's still an equal sign. Well, what's 12 divided by negative 3? Negative 4. So there's one answer here. Negative 4. C is getting tougher. Hey, hold up. Ask yourself, especially if you didn't do C, ask yourself what you would do first here. Now, if you are one of the people who did C, what should I do first here? People that did C. Nick, that hand is barely.
I'm not confident.
I don't care. We don't have to be confident.
Just do 5x minus 7x.
Yeah. Like terms. Just be careful. So what do we get? How many x's? Negative 2x. Ooh, okay, I lied. This is one case where we could do multiple things at once, especially if you grab highlighters and you highlight like terms. Could I also put 3 and negative 4 together right now?
Yeah.
We could do that. So what's that going to give us? Negative 1, which means you could write a subtraction if you really want. 2x minus 4x plus 1. Why? Walk me one more step. Well, do you want to throw it or do you want to walk the one more step?
Because if you add 1 to the negative 1 to make it 0, it makes it 2x. Negative 2x plus 2 equals negative 2x.
I agree. 100% agree with what Mick said. Well, let me show you a different way to prove that this is wrong. Owen, what are you thinking about doing next?
So for C, so I had 2x minus 1 equals 2x plus 1,
Yeah.
like that. Then I added then I took away negative 2x from both sides, and then I got
By
negative
adding
1
2x. Right, by taking away negative, right, adding. So negative 1 equals 1. Negative 1 equals
0 cents.
no, right? No. So what's our answer here?
No solution. No solution.
No solution. Guys, ARN is the absolute opposite of this. ARN is the absolute opposite of this.
Sir.
This means no number works. The other one, ARN, means any number works. Sir? Question?
Well, yeah. The 0, the no solution symbol account, it's giving like graffiti. Don't you think? Oh, for real, see?
You really want graffiti vibes.
Oh my
Alright. Someone who did D. Ooh, but Mick just went, Owen just went. Anyone else want to participate? Otherwise, I can go back to one of you guys, but anyone else who hasn't participated yet? Vivian? Distribute that negative. Don't forget the second number because that's the trap door that most of us want to forget. And not want to, but we just accidentally. 4x. Help me out. Plus 3x minus 2 or plus negative 2. Love that. 7x minus 2, or we could say plus. Amir.
Which
7x minus 2 equals 7x minus 2. Redundant. ATM machine. The M stands for machine. When you say ATM machine, it's redundant.
I hate it when people do that. Like ATM machine.
So wait, we can stop right here. What's our answer, friends? Anyone? This is any real number because it's identical. When your left side and your right side are identical, it's any real number.
So cute.
On E, I just got really scared that I kept you guys way too long. We're in here till 34. On E, anyone who hasn't gotten to participate yet, who worked on E? Anyone? All right, we'll start here. We'll go welding, guys.
what I did first was I need to iterate. I think I minus 3.
I mean, you could. I wouldn't. I would clean things up a
I
little
need to
bit.
remember what I did. Let it go.
Yes?
I added the 3 plus x plus 3 to the other x plus 3.
2x plus 6.
And then on the right, if we allow ourselves to do something else. Go ahead.
Okay, I minus the x from the 3x, and then I added negative 4 to negative 2.
I am going to go ahead and write this out, and you're one step ahead of me. So negative x, negative 4, or we could write plus negative, plus 3x plus negative 2. I don't know why I'm switching how I write it, but it works either way. So then on the right side, like Gus was saying, we got to clean up the like terms still. So nothing changes over here. As if you did not do E, this is really good practice. Negative x and 3x. 2x, right? Negative 4, negative 2. So anybody, you guys, negative 6, right? Take a moment. Write down your answer. Good. Take a moment. If we have 2x plus 6 equals 2x minus 6, we know our answer right here. Why are you shaking your head back and forth? Oh, you got a mouthful of food. I'm sorry. Guys, what's our answer? Anyone? No solution.
Graffiti. Do blue. Do blue. Do blue. No, do purple. Do
Blue
purple.
won't
Do
show
purple.
up.
Do purple. Do purple. It's her birthday. It's her birthday. Do purple.
Okay,
Do
I'll
purple.
put purple, but it's
It's
not
mine.
going to
It's not a
show.
big deal.
Look. It's not.
I love that color. It's so pretty.
Let's do this all together. Let's see if we can do this. The first step we should do in F is just say it.
Combine my
Distribute the negative. That did not work like I wanted it to. Hey guys, this is where a lot of us keep making the mistake. When I'm distributing a negative to something that's already negative, this is going to become positive. You sound like Mr. Bill. It was like a character on Nickelodeon before you ever existed. Like when I was 12.
How old are you?
How old do you think? Dude.
You look like
X.
21.
28.
Okay,
Crap, wait.
I thought you were 28,
Hold
but
on.
then
We gotta try this again. The next step that we should do, let's all say it out loud. 3, 2.
combine lighters.
That was a lot better. That was a lot
Are
better.
you recording?
I am.
Yay!
The red and white border shows you that I'm recording. 2x plus. Yeah, thank you. I did something. It's a Friday and I did something. Equals -3. Now, what are we going to do on both sides? Okay, let's try this again. We'll count down. It worked a lot better when we counted down. On both sides, we will 3, 2, 1.
7.
That was pretty good. Masaminos. Pretty good. Careful. -3 plus 7. It's not 10.
Sorry. I still wrote 4.
Guys, this is also going to be a good reference video if you need to see equations solved for you. This would be a great reference. Charlie? Sure. Yeah, you can. But tell me what you did.
Alright, so you divide both by 2. And you get x equals
Boom. Nice work. Oh, we need to play our game. All right. Ready? You do not need your worksheet. You maybe want a pencil and graph paper, maybe.
No.
So I need to be aware of myself and need to quit trying to talk over other noises because I'm still trying to get healthy, and as you can tell, my voice is not at 100%. So I'm not going to speak up. If you can't hear me, I don't know, tell someone else to shut up. Don't actually, that's rude, right? You know, be nice, say, hey, you're being loud, be quiet, like whatever. I'm thinking of a number. You don't know anything about my number yet.
It's 32.
Did I ask you to start guessing?
Did I guess it right though?
When I triple my number and add 4, I get 10. Hey, Amir, that's probably bleeding through just by the way. Amir, you're obviously not doing math, and that's probably bleeding through the paper, just be aware. Because Sharpie bleeds through single pieces of paper, especially the giant fat Sharpie, so I don't know why you're doing what you're doing right now. When I triple my number and add 4, I get 10. What is mine? Ooh, I should probably just let you guys have the chance. Random card-wise. Ella, do you want to try to guess my number? Not yet, because you're getting paper. Beatrix? Is it 2? Well, when I triple 2, so if we check this, it's like checking an equation. When I triple my number, and you said the number is 2, and add, what did we say? 4, we get 10. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yes. So my number was 2 there. I'm thinking of a different number. These get more difficult. That when I double my number and add 4, I get my number plus 7.
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, no, say it one more time. Say it one more time.
When I double my number and add 4, I get my number plus 7. Plus 7, add 7. I get my number plus 7. Hang on to it for a minute. You guys don't really need to raise your hands since I'm using cards, but if you would like to raise your hand, you can.
I like doing that.
Up to you. Sometimes I raise my hand at staff meeting and Mr. Flynn laughs at me because he's like, you don't have to do that. Like, but I want to. We'll be in our team meeting like 7th grade, and like Mrs. Pettigrew pretty much is in charge of our team meeting. And I'll be like sitting over there, and she just starts laughing because I like look like you guys when you're just like waiting. Oh yeah. Maddie, how are yours' cards still next to each other? How does this happen? Do you think you know it?
3.
Maddie thinks 3. Amira, what do you think? Alex, what do you think? Ooh, so we got a lot of 3s.
Yeah, 3.
Let's check it. When we double my number, so you said you think the number's 3, and add 4, I get my number plus 7. 6, 10, 10, sweet.
Woo!
This one's even tougher. I'm thinking of a number that when I double my number, add 3, subtract my number, and subtract 1, I get my number plus 2. I'll say it again. When I double my number, add 3, subtract my number, and subtract 1, I get my number plus 2. Laurel, you look angry. If we write out what I just said, it would look like that.
Oh, I know.
Hey, what do you think it is? 4. Gus? Alex? Owen? Beatrix? Claire? Ella? I can't tell. Charlie, is that a hand or not? Ahmad? Nick? Those of you who said 4, you're not wrong. But you're not all the way right. 4 could be a solution. 2x minus x is x. 3 minus 1 is 2. Is x plus 2 equal to x plus 2?
Yes.
You got one more? When I double my number, subtract 3, subtract my number, add 4. Restart. When I double my number, subtract 3, subtract my number, and add 4, I get my number plus 2. When I double my number, subtract 3, subtract my number, and add 4, I get my number plus 2.
Add 4 or subtract 4 at the end?
Add 4.
Yeah, add 4 at the end, then I get my number plus 2. Anyone who thinks you know it, shout it out.
No solution!
It is no solution. Have a great weekend. We'll check Con at Forum.
Wait, are we turning in 3 points?
Just 614. Hey, if it's done, the only paper that needs turned in is 614. Right? If it's done, that's the only paper that needs turned in.